The gold wrapper. I mean, they really did it right.
Classy touch.
This is whoever's behind this brand.
I'm surprised you've never heard of them before.
And you pull them out like this and you go,
Oh, yeah.
Welcome to flavor country.
you know?
Yep.
Wow, the tip is dipped. There's
Sure is.
flavor on the tip.
And it's a gold filter. How about that?
These are fucking insane.
Yeah. We ready?
What is going on here?
1 second.
The smell.
I don't see any red lights on these cameras. That's okay?
Yeah, okay, good.
The branding of this package does not do the actual product justice.
Correct. Because,
This is like the Cuba Cuba cigar wrap.
yeah, exactly.
You know,
Well said.
might as well put a street bike on this thing.
Well said.
Because these...
Good?
Yep.
Cameras are rolling. Audio's good?
Got it.
Wonderful. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready for this.
All right. Welcome to episode 21 of The Fellowship. My name
Sponsored
is...
by Primetime Little Cigars.
Might be a world record, Patrick. Ryan interrupted me in 2 seconds.
Do we even have a lighter here, Adam?
Welcome to episode 21 of The Fellowship. My name is Adam Hawk, my resident guest, Ryan Engle, interrupting me, stepping into my shot. What are you going to do? Off the top...
I made Patrick laugh.
Off the top, got to make it clear, I am not smoking a cigarette. I am smoking a Primetime.
Who would you be telling that to?
Which
Your
is
wife?
which is a little cigar. So this is a little cigar. Notice the brown wrapper, the gold filter. It's a beautiful cherry smoke. You're enjoying one right now.
I'll tell you what, if YouTube had a scratch and sniff button, you guys would be delighted because these things smell amazing.
And they were brought by our guest, who I'm not gonna ruin the surprise. Our guest will be here.
Let's dox him.
Well, we'll dox him in a little bit.
Okay, just
Our
kidding.
guest will be here in just a moment. We were smoking Primetime cigars. We were inside the boardroom. We're thrilled to be here. We do have a guest this week. Last week we recapped the Nation Desert Classic. If you haven't checked out that recap yet, we encourage you to do so. Some of the best feedback I've gotten on any single episode so far. A lot of people said that
Really?
they really enjoyed it. Yeah.
I mean, I should know that. I looked at all the comments.
Yeah, a lot of people really had a good time out there, and a lot of people really enjoyed the recap episode. Great take. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about the tournament we just had. I'm glad people enjoyed hearing that.
Part of co-hosting the show is co-hosting the show, not just sitting
I
there.
thought you said follow my lead.
Well, yeah, and here's my lead.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah,
I'll do better. Keep
okay.
going. Keep going.
Anyway, exciting times at Nation right now.
Well, let's let them be the judge of that, Adam.
Okay, very good. Exciting times, in my opinion, at Nation. Why? We have our brand new summer collection that just dropped. It just dropped. We have 4 new shirts. They were made in Peru. We switched factories, so now we have Peruvian cotton. The first shirt is the House Money. Beautiful looking hard collar shirt. We have the Terrazzo as well. Today you are wearing the Robusto. It's a shirt that makes me think of Primetime cigars that were brought by our guest. The Robusto, a fine golden era hard collar. And then speaking of golden era, we do have the golden hour.
Not confused with the golden shower.
Okay, not to be confused with, and no idea why we needed to point that out. Yes, please do not confuse our new hard collar with a very deviant sexual act.
Yeah.
Man, you were on fire today, and I appreciate
Remember the
it.
Dave Chappelle thing when he did the R. Kelly?
Yeah, you know what? Let's just remember it at a different time. Is that okay with you? We'll remember it at a different time. So we're
That was a
very
good one.
excited. We have 4 new shirts: the House Money, the Terrazzo. We have the Golden Hour.
This beer's hit me. I'm not a beer guy anymore, and this beer gave me a shot of life.
Very good. And we have the Robusto. So 4 new shirts. We'd like you to go check them out. We're very excited about this line because
Now we're broke.
we made them in Peru. We have switched factories, so enjoy the Peruvian cotton. How excited are you? You designed it. I think you did a wonderful job. Again, you are wearing the Robusto. Why don't you talk about the thought process behind this summer collection?
I didn't know this show was a PXG infomercial.
All right, well, we're not PXG, and this is not an infomercial. We're merely talking about the happenings of the company. But this brings me to my next point. No one hates selling their stuff more than you.
Okay. Well, I mean, the whole reason why I wanted to do this stupid show is A, you're pretty good at being a host.
Thank you.
Actually, you're really good.
Thank you.
And you're also really good at being a doormat because it's really fun to just constantly beat you down.
Yep.
You know, makes me feel better about
Sure.
myself.
That's what I'm
So
here
you're doing a service to me. On top of that, I wanted to do the show because I'd love to do something that's selling without selling.
Mm-hmm.
Advertising sucks.
Yep.
Facebook ads suck.
Yeah.
You know, playing the game, it's a dance we all have to swing to. but it's just stale and stupid, and no one wants to see it anyway. So I thought this would be a fun way of doing that without doing that, and here you are fucking doing that. So go ahead and do it.
Well, you know what they call selling without selling? Not selling.
Yeah.
So at some point, we should probably bring up the stuff that we're doing to the audience. But to lend some credibility to the point you're making about how much you hate selling, we were out at Indian Wells Country Club just a couple of days ago, 2 weeks after the Classic. Here we were again, and we were putting to test a very interesting business model. That business model being you being the model for our business. It's a risky proposition.
I
but
tried to retire the past 4 times
Yeah.
in a row. I'd like to say I'm done doing it, but clearly I'm not.
No. So you modeled all of our shirts. I took the photos. This is how budget the entire thing was, but we had a
When
really
I told you we're broke.
yeah, but we had a really good
I
time.
mean that. We invested in the tournament. We invested in this new run, this new factory. We invested it all.
Wait, yeah.
We're all in.
And now
so
let's
buy a fucking shirt, please.
Thank you.
There
now,
we go.
now you're
there
selling.
we go. Yeah.
So anyway, we're out there, and at one point I said, "Hey, could you do a tips from the tips?" Because you were wearing the new stuff.
Horrible idea.
And I said, "Could you do the tips? Could you do a tips from the tips?"
Horrible idea.
By the way, if you don't know tips from the tips, go follow it. It's a satire golf coach account run by Ryan Engle.
No, they're real tips.
Yeah, real tips. And I said, could you do a tips for the tips, and in it give people style tips instead of golf tips and tell them to go to Nation. This is one of my ideas that I think is great that you literally couldn't hate any more than you did or do. You hate when I ask you to sell this stuff.
God.
So not only was I asking you to do it, I was asking you to kind of tarnish your brand of tips from the tips.
Yep.
You went along with it. We're on the 18th tee box. I'm
Filmed a horrible video.
we're filming. And what came from that? How upset you were to have to be doing that?
It sounded like shit. I didn't know what I was talking about. I was completely distracted with bullshit.
Yep.
And I fucking drop kicked it, and that was the end of it.
It birthed one of the...
That went straight to the delete folder,
But-
and he made me recycle the bin.
We have pulled out the
Yeah.
video from the delete
Yeah.
folder. Here is Ryan Engle hating every word that he's saying and hitting one of the worst golf shots ever because I absolutely threw him
And
off.
by the way, I'm pretty much batting like near 1,000 with the tips videos. They're always first take, and I always hit it fairly good.
Yeah.
And this obviously wasn't that.
Thank you for ruining my perfect toss. Patrick, please roll the video.
I'm Ryan Engle. This is Tips from the Tips. This is, more or less a shameless? Not really shameless. It's a shameless promotion. Nation Golf, it's your place to go to get styled out. Because at the end of the day, you're going to suck. You can't help it if you suck. But you can help it if you work on your style points, So we got the house money, hard collar, and we're just going to act like we know what we're doing. And the tip is that none of this really matters until you get to the clubhouse and you exchange some camaraderie with your fellow drinkers, pick up a tab or two, and tip your waitress. Now watch this drive. Duck fucking fart, dude. That's
So, how much did you hate having to do that? Because I thought that it was hilarious. You didn't even want to...
It reminds me why I don't do that.
Yeah. You like to go up there and have fun and give, like, jokey golf tips.
And it's spur of the moment shit. I do it. It's always like, I got an idea, do it. I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate all of it.
I asked you to be Billy Mays.
Yeah.
And the suitcase literally came out of the overhead storage compartment and knocked you on the head and killed you.
Decapitated me.
By the way, too soon? Was that too soon? Rest in peace, Billy Mays. We absolutely
Did he
love
die?
it. Yeah, exactly the way that I just described it.
From a
You
you went there.
Yeah.
What a horrible joke.
I apologize to the Mays
Wow,
family. I'm
Adam
sorry.
Hawk, man.
Billy Mays gave me.
You've been pretty good at picking fights lately.
Yeah, well, I don't want to fight with the Billy Mays family, so apologies for that
They'll never see this.
extremely tasteless joke. But thank you for letting us get some use out of that video. We appreciate it. And with that said, and with everyone all caught up on what we're doing, new shirts, Father's Day coming up. Get your dad
You
something.
still going on that?
I want to bring on our guest. Okay. Now this is really cool because for the first time ever, the fellowship is going international. How awesome is that? He's from Calgary. Yes, that Calgary, the Calgary from Canada. He played in the 14th annual Nation Desert Classic.
2 years in the making.
He's currently, and we'll get to that, he's currently on a 1-month visit to Southern California. He's not a golf professional. He's a golf brofessional.
God, I love the sound of that.
He rode a moose, draped in flannel, all the way just to be here,
Yeah.
and we couldn't appreciate it anymore. Ladies and gentlemen,
Maple in his bloods.
Justin Ishak, the golf professional. Welcome to the show.
Good to be here.
Take my seat, partner.
I brought the handle.
Yeah.
Wow, what is that?
The cheapest, dirtiest stuff I could find.
The Canadian Club.
Welcome to it.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. So you brought some Canadian whiskey for us, and if legend holds true, you could bounce that like a basketball right off the floor.
Well, you know,
Second to hockey, that's the most popular sport.
Why do Canadian, and we'll get to hockey for sure. And by the way, thank you for bringing these wonderful little
can you hand me that punch cigar?
cigars.
in the
Oh, you're
middle?
done with this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, I love these, by the way, the cherry little cigars. That, but
Yeah, thank you for bringing it. Also, you're
Thank you,
dressed
sir.
to the nines. Talk about this suit.
This suit, I got out when I was thrifting one day.
I love the thrift stuff you do, by the way, because everyone knows how much I love old shit. But it's nice when you see a fellow picker. You know, I'm like more of a distinguished dumpster diver, is what I'd like to call myself. But yeah, it's nice. I love the stuff where you're like, cop or drop, and it's just like these fucking wacky fucking thrift shop things.
Like, it's a treasure hunt.
It is.
Like, you go out, like, to any, like, random store, and, like, the point you made, like, oh, like, the new clothes today, like, seem disposable.
Yeah,
Like, it's junk. It's not good.
and they're still around. It's that just shows, you know.
Yeah, like, when I was, like, going around buying this suit, like, I usually, like, look inside, see what it's, like, made of, see where it was made or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, this one was made in 1969.
Oh, excellent.
So I had this suit
great
made for me
year.
in 1969.
Great year.
Nice.
Well, you're dressed fantastic. Before we get into all of this stuff, I want to mention that you were on a 1-month trip to Southern California. Why do, and I think I know the answer, why do Canadians take such long vacations?
Do you know how fucking cold it gets up there?
That's, yeah.
There's a point where Celsius and Fahrenheit become one, and minus 40,
Uh-huh.
and we experienced that.
Yeah.
Can
Yeah.
you fathom a negative temperature?
No. Shit, it starts piss drizzling out here and gets to 54 and people lose their fucking
down
marbles,
one side.
dude.
Yeah.
They're like, oh my god, my tires! I need to change my tires.
True story. I checked the weather today. You're from Calgary, and
Yep.
I checked the weather. And your overnight low tonight is 33, and there's a 7% chance of precipitation, which means there's a 7% chance that at the end of May, it snows where you're from.
Yeah,
today.
a good chance.
Yeah.
A good chance. Like, usually my friends and I will go May-long camping, like around this time, like for my birthday. And we've been snowed on more times than not.
By the way, as we're pouring this, is this Canadian Club? Yep, Canadian Club.
1858.
As we're pouring this vintage plastic bottle whiskey into crystal glasses and taking it neat
Wow,
like the men we are,
don't hold back,
I
Hawk.
do want to say this. Happy 30th birthday to the golf professional who is here on his actual birthday.
I can't even believe you blessed us with your presents on your birthday. Wow. Unbelievable.
Wow, smooth as shit. Unbelievable.
That's not bad.
It's good enough for Don Draper.
It's not bad.
It's got to be good enough for your show.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, you know, that stuff was made famous because of Prohibition,
Yeah,
you know? Like, that was like the shit back then because of that.
yeah.
And just like the stuff you get at the local thrift stores, stood the test of time.
We're
So
gonna
that smells a little weird.
we're gonna talk a lot about golf here in a second, and for the podcast
Oh, I can't wait.
audience who is listening and not watching, this is Justin Ishak. He is the golf professional. The Instagram handle again is
Yeah, just golf_profession.
golf_professional. Before we talk about golf, let's talk about hockey, because my one and only observation about Canadians and hockey is that they take it so seriously that they refuse to refer to the professional league as the NHL. Every Canadian who talks about the NHL says, "Oh, that's a great game in the National Hockey League." They have so much reverence for it that they have to pronounce every single bit of the acronym. Do you call it the NHL or do you call it the National Hockey League?
That or just the chell.
The Chell.
The chell.
I like that. You've
I was
never.
like, that's more so like when you're playing like NHL, like
Yeah.
on Xbox, right? It's like, oh yeah, let's go play some chell.
I like it. And your
hockey.
team obviously is the Flames.
Yeah, Flames, Habs. I like San Jose. They got a good team too.
Yeah.
They didn't make it, but good kids, try hard.
Yeah. So do you play hockey?
Oh yeah. I always played like street hockey growing up. because it was just like one of those things that like I grew up watching like Patrick Waugh, Marty Brodeur, like those guys. Like I was a goalie from the get go. Like my dad was like a goalie, like in his like company league. His dad was a goalie, like back in Baghdad, like playing soccer and shit. And so like it's in my blood. So
That's sick.
I picked up playing like ice hockey. I think it was like 2016.
Mm-hmm.
I was like went out, bought a set of pads, like got them custom made for some dude like in Ontario.
Sure.
And I've been loving it ever since. Cause yeah, just doing a lot of like drop-in hockey. It's like you get to skate for free as a goalie. Like they're in such high demand.
So you're a goalie. Do you stand on your head?
I try.
Very good.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with this term?
No.
Apparently it means when a goalie is really good, they're standing on their head.
Well, it's like rolling, trying to make like any whatever save. Like even if he has to stand on his head, like kick the pads up or whatever.
Yeah,
That's cool.
It's a
That's
great
cool.
hockey term.
I like that.
Like if a goalie shuts another team out, like the next day, the analysts will always say, "Oh, Tuukka Rask stood on his head tonight in the National Hockey League." And you're just like, this is amazing, man. I know it's English, but it barely sounds like
I know
it.
these words separate,
Yeah.
but together, this
But
makes more
together
sense.
it's new.
I want to keep this podcast nice and light because we're so excited to talk to you. We followed you for a long time. We have very similar interests. We want to have a lot of laughs today, but I do, and I hate to go down this road, I do have to ask kind of a serious question. When two Canadians are playing golf and one Canadian hits a putt too hard, does the other Canadian say, hit a hoose?
I've hit many a hoose. Not from the green though.
Wow. You built that up for that.
Yeah, I was watching your face the whole time.
I was expecting something a lot better than that.
Well, when I wrote that question, I was very excited to say.
I can tell how excited you were, yeah.
Just pumped up trying not to stumble
Oh,
over it.
man.
Yes. And
Adam's been waiting to show off his Canadian
I thought
accent. This is your episode.
yeah.
This isn't even your birthday anymore.
Yeah,
this is Adam Hawk's day.
Patrick,
Cheers to you.
Did I get that out cleanly? That sounded good. That's a great mislead right there. So I do want to let's talk about your trip. You've been ootin' a boot without a toque here in Southern California. And
Yeah, just raw dog it.
yeah, sorry, dude.
That was actually good one.
Thank you. How has it been?
I think I'm gonna leave, dude. I think I'm gonna let you two have it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go sit with Patrick and see what it's like on the other side
Very
of this
good.
fucking computer.
So how's it been?
Honestly, like I've just been getting spoiled. Like it was like a core group of friends. It's like Bowski, Chandy, and Trav, who I became friends with through your tournament.
They were gonna sign up the year
2 years ago.
2 years ago when it got canceled, and
Right.
then he couldn't make the last one, right?
You
So-
couldn't make the last one. Is that because the border was shut down because of COVID?
The border was fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like if you wanted to like you could go down without like a vaccine or whatever, and then but when you came back, they would basically put you in like a quarantine hotel for like 3-4 days. And it cost like $2,000.
Wow.
And I work at a fucking driving range. Like I don't make a lot of money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not staying in a Super 8 for 2 Gs.
yeah.
Just didn't make sense. So like it's one of those things where like I'm glad it kind of like it was upsetting at the time. I was like really stoked
it
for
worth it?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely worth the wait.
For me, hosting the tournament, knowing a lot of the players' background stories in how they got there that year, it's just fun for me to watch you guys thrive and mingle and be stoked, because it's like, oh, that's cool, and I don't know.
No one came from further than you this year. You came from.
No, there's some dudes from like East Coast, Midwest.
Yeah, my moose was tired, man. It was quite a while.
Thank you. Really, someone came from further than Calgary.
We'll have to look, but yeah, we were pretty spread out this year.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
So you're getting spoiled. You're enjoying your time in Southern California. You've been here for 3 weeks. You got another week left, something like that. Let's talk about the Nation Desert Classic. 2 weeks ago, you were out there. You got paired with Young Bowski, Sam Baba. He's been on the show before.
First overall draft.
Yeah.
First podcast I ever watched, actually.
Nice. Yeah. So Young Bowski got you to watch the Fellowship. And then you get to play with him at the Nation Desert Classic, a event that you've been waiting 2 years to go to. What was your experience like at the Classic, and what was your experience like with Young Bowski? And I'll ask both folks sitting on the couch to project into their microphones. And go ahead.
Well, just hanging out with Bowski, like, we've been pretty much, like, talking in that group chat, like, pretty much every day for, like, 2 years. Like, that's, like, a testament to, like, the fellowship.
Yeah.
And it's
Wow.
like we were all, like, so hyped, like, on the tournament, like, talking every day, just, like, not even about, like, golf or anything like that, just, like, bullshitting about, like, keeping each other company, like, during quarantine, like,
Yeah.
like, commute chats and stuff like that. Like we'll just like talk like on our way like to and from work and stuff like that.
Yeah, and he's got a long drive to work, I believe.
Oh yeah, like an hour each way.
And so when he's not listening to heavy metal breakdowns, he calls you.
Usually listen to my bullshit.
Yeah, that's awesome. Bowski rolled the rock really well that day. What did you do really well that day?
I don't know. Kept my cool. Sank a few putts. Made a birdie on my own. Or no, that one it was like the one birdie I got. I was pretty pumped on because it's like I was the fourth to go. It was about like 186 out. Guys like pulled, push, whatever. It's like okay, like step up. This is the shot. Just like cranked a 6 iron, like chucked it to like 8 feet, sank the putt. Like,
Nice.
that was like
That's
my
big.
claim.
That's a good one.
Did they let you putt first because you made that shot?
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah,
I love that.
that's fantastic. You work at a golf course in Canada, and what's that like? First off, how did you find yourself working at a golf course? Were you a golfer that wanted to work there? What came first, the chicken or the egg, the golf or the golf course?
The golf course, actually. Like, I've been working at a few courses. Like, that's where the term Brofessional came from. It was like I've basically just been exchanging my labor for golf privileges.
Yeah.
So, like, first course I worked at was like 2 summers, like, throughout university. Literally just raking bunkers for two summers. Probably the best job I'll ever have.
Uh-huh.
Just, like, driving around, getting baked, raking the edges of bunkers. Like,
Yeah.
Sounds like a hoot.
a fucking hoot.
Excellent. When did you graduate from raking bunkers to getting in the pro shop?
There was an intermission in between that. So, yeah, the first 2 summers I was at Heritage Point. And then in my last semester of university, I did a summer semester. And I worked at the Royal Regina. And I was just like working on like
The Royal what?
Regina.
Regina.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not familiar with those.
Wonderful.
Nothing royal about it, except the name. Real nice course, right adjacent to a train track with a whole lot of potash.
Yeah. A whole lot of what?
Potash?
Potash.
It's like a mineral they mine that like helps like agriculture.
Excellent. Excellent.
Big industry out in Saskatchewan.
Adam's going to be looking that up as soon as it shows up.
I am fascinated by Canadians. Some of my favorite people. And you probably know this. Canada South is the desert, the Coachella Valley. That's all the Canadians, the snowbirds come down and they drop anchor for 6 months and live in where we were playing a couple of weeks ago.
What'd you think of Indian Wells?
Oh man, what a treat! I didn't find a bad lie the whole day.
Yeah.
It's like it's a totally different type of golf
That's
down
because
here.
you're playing a scramble and you're in the fairway all day. But
Even with like my ability to spray,
Yeah.
it's like picking them up. It's like I could hit that.
yeah.
It's in somebody's yard, but I could hit that.
Yeah, right.
Just get out of the way.
Sometimes those are better.
Yeah, perfect. So you had a great time out there, which is awesome. Do you think you'll be back next year?
I hope so.
It's not a real easy trip.
Worth it.
Worth it. Yeah, love to hear that. And what'd you think of like the whole awards ceremony and all that?
Well, the award ceremony, I was pretty bagged from like just getting cooked in the sun and just sucking back beers the whole day. But yeah, as like the awards were going on, I was like just trying to like like blinking one eye at a time.
Yeah.
Just like, oh, hang in here. Like, don't get cast as the boob.
Right. What is your Canadian beer of choice? Would it be Molson or Labatt or something else?
None of those.
All right.
Terrible.
All right, go
Terrible
on.
beers. It was like that's like one thing I'm kind of ashamed of. It's like Molson Canadian. It's like that's like the beer that represents the whole country.
Yes, it is. Well, you could argue Labatt Blue also represents the country.
You only get that really on like kind of like the eastern side.
Right, and you're from the
Like the
middle.
West, yeah.
The Middle West. yeah.
Midwest.
What was that?
Midwest.
I love it. Yeah, okay, very good. So what's your favorite Canadian beer?
I try to drink like as local as I can.
Okay.
Like
so-
I worked at Village Brewery for a while. I was just on the canning line, and like that job was pretty sick. Like, not so much for like the task itself, but just like at the end of the day, you got to take home like the low fills. So I got pretty popular for a while. I wasn't drinking a lot, but like I'd show up to my friends. I was like, "Here's a flat for you, bud."
That's
Like,
nice.
really?
That's nice.
Here's a flat for you, bud.
Yeah.
It reminds me of a YouTube video from Canada that made the rounds. Just out for a rip, are you, bud? Have you-
Oh, that's a cult classic. I think there's gonna be like a Canadian heritage moment for one of those.
And there should be, because that was my first introduction besides Trailer Park Boys to Canada, and unbelievable. Just out for a rip, are you, bud? is-
Going out for a rip.
And going out for a rip, you would think, if you haven't seen the video, it's like going out to smoke weed, but it's literally going out to braft your 4-wheel truck.
Yeah, there's a wide
Wide range.
connotation,
Wider
yeah.
range. There's a wider range.
Yeah, you want to go out for a rip?
Yeah.
That could mean a dart.
Right.
Want to go for a rip?
I
That
like
could be a
that.
par 3, right?
I kind of like that.
Rip on the par 3?
Yeah, I kind of like that.
For a rip, are you, bro?
Speaking of going out for a dart, in Canada, it's virtually impossible to go out for a dart because when you go to buy them, they are behind a black curtain because they don't want to show cigarettes to anybody. So you have to ask for the clerk.
What?
This is a true story. You have to ask for the clerk to peel back the black curtain. So if you were to go into a 7-Eleven in the U.S., they're just right there behind the clerk.
Yeah, you see like whatever brands.
Right.
you
It's
want.
like going to the nudie section in the DVD shop.
Yeah.
Behind the beaded curtain.
Yeah. Except this one is black, so it's even more taboo. And behind the black curtain aren't just packs of cigarettes, but the packs of cigarettes have somebody on a deathbed, like hooked up to an IV, and it says, "This will kill you," and then like in tiny print, Marlboro.
Enjoy.
Yeah. And they're like what, $15 a pack?
Thankfully, I don't really smoke. Just prime times, like when I'm out golfing, shooting the shit. So it's never like an issue for me. But yeah, like it's just one of those habits. Like I'm glad I didn't really get into like full time. Like it's
Yeah.
not like my aunts and shit like that smoking all the time. It's fucking gross.
But Canada hates cigarettes. Hates them. Black curtain, people dying on the packs, like it's crazy.
Well, there are too many alluring colors for children, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Like that's why these got outlawed. I was the target demographic
For prime time.
because I started smoking these like 16, 17.
Yeah.
And Ryan and I have never seen these before. And you
Never.
would think two guys that huff on stogies all day would know that there are
And they're delicious.
primetime little cigars.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was surprised.
Yeah, no, this is great.
Like I haven't been able to find them here at all.
They're little cigars. How are they illegal?
I don't know. I want to ask you two questions that you want me to ask you. This is the kind of prep that we do. I always text the guests and say, "What do you really want to talk about? What's it like working in
Way
the
to
golf?"
pull back the black curtain on that one.
Thank you. What's it like working in the golf industry?
Yeah, it's all right. I like the perks. It definitely pays better implicitly than explicitly, and that's what I've always been here for. Especially like the place I'm at right now, Golf Future, is like I've been just getting treated so nice. Like I actually got the job by like sliding into my coach's DMs.
Nice.
Well, it was actually like a lie. It was like, it's like, yo, Todd, like, you need somebody to work in the shop? Because like I was at a different course at the time, and they were kind of like digging me around for a little bit. I was there for like 4 years, and for some reason they just like cut my shifts to 2. And so like, all right, like fuck this place. So like I hit him up, and I've been there 2 years.
Excellent.
Yeah, like our driving range is heated. You can hit it on it like year round.
Let's talk about that. So our driving range is here. You're just outside hitting balls. Your driving range, it's like going into a garage. No,
Oh, it's a full range.
it's a full range.
Yeah, it's like 370 yards carry.
Fair enough, but you're covered, right?
Yeah.
The stalls are covered with heat, and there will be many months where you are blasting balls into the snow while you're under a heat lamp.
Yeah, oh, yeah. We still get like those guys that come in like when it's like minus 20 Celsius just to rip a few. Those days are irons only. Like if you hit a wood, like it's gonna collapse the face.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Can you imagine?
Does it still hurt the irons? Could it?
Could if it was like a hollow body or something
Yeah.
like that.
I guess you could go for like a super low compression ball, but
Well, like the balls we have, they're full flight.
Wow,
Just like a
crazy.
regular ball, yeah.
that's so.
that's some commitment, eh?
Oh yeah.
yes, yeah.
Fucking A. Yeah.
Fucking A, bet. You ever ice fish?
Never.
Never. What's the most Canadian thing you've ever done?
Most Canadian thing.
You ever
we've done?
stuck a spout in a fucking tree and just let it bled maple syrup?
They just suck out of Mother Nature's teeth.
While tying up your moose and
Let
making
me tie up my moose and get some.
Just suck the sap right out the tree.
Now, we're going to let you get your revenge a little bit later on. I do have some prep towards the bottom where I'm going to ask you what your favorite American stereotypes are, because I find those funnier than the Canadian ones, because, you know, we live in McDonald's drive-thrus.
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear what you have to say about Americans. But you have described golf as a life-altering drug. Why do you say that?
Well, it's like one of those things where it's like with any drug, like you build up like a tolerance to it. Like I see like pros that'll hit a shot that I like dream of, and it's like, fuck that, like that was bullshit. And it's like, dude, what? Like,
Yeah.
like that was amazing.
Yeah.
And so yeah, like the better you get, like the harder it is to feel satisfied. Like you hear about those people that shot a 60. It's like, oh, I could have shot a 50 miles. Like, man, like shut up. Like,
Yeah, I think
junkie.
I think a lot of that is having the wrong ideology going into it. You know,
Yeah.
that we've talked about it a number of times. That
attitude's
kind of
huge.
selfish, self-driven
Oh, like,
performance.
I've earned it, like-
yeah, like it's just it's. What did we say in the last episode? I was like, would you like what would golf be if you just played by yourself?
Yeah, exactly. It's about the people you're playing
It's
with.
about the three other dudes you're playing with, or at least the match, the other person you're playing against.
Yeah,
You know?
right.
I mean, that's what it was invented for, right? It was a match play thing. You play against the other guy, and afterwards you add them up and, you know, exchange some pleasantries,
Love it.
libation or two,
Yeah,
what have you.
yeah. When is golf season in Canada?
Pretty much like mid-April till, if you're lucky, like first or second week into October.
So that's 6 months shorter than ours, but also 6 months longer than I thought you would say.
Oh yeah, just July.
Yeah,
Just get it while you can.
yeah. No, that's pretty great. And do you always play the course that you work at, or do you try to make your way around?
Pretty much, yeah. More or less like every day. Like when I'm done work, I'll like go rip the range for a little bit, go to the short game. Like, we have a 30,000 square foot putting green as well that you get access to.
Wow.
Like, with any like booking, like, and it's mint too. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't see like divots or like pitch marks or whatever. So yeah, and then other than that, I'll just like sneak out on like the par 3,
Nice.
just pitch and putt.
We love that. We talked about that with Patrick Hardy, how much we love a good par 3 course. So all your golf needs are fulfilled up in Canada.
Pretty much, yeah.
Excellent. I love it. No, that's great. So you're loving your golf life. What would you change? Would you change anything?
Get better.
Okay. Well, I think
And that's like one of those things I'm not trying not to rush, because
Yeah.
I definitely have seen like a lot of like improvement over the last like couple of years.
Yeah.
Especially since I started like actually like getting like coaching, like professional help.
Uh-huh.
Because like before, like when I was working at Scirocco, I just like finish my shift, hit a basket of balls, like, and just go like shoot like a 120.
Right. Because
It's so hard. It's so hard to get like good by yourself.
It is, because you're practicing the wrong things and
Yeah,
then
you're
you're
just grooving
embedding
bad habits.
Exactly. So are you able to get free coaching at your place?
Oh yeah,
That's great.
yeah. Like Todd's been taking really good care of me. Like Coach Mo, like Ryan, like here and there.
Yeah. Your swing looks great. It's hard.
At the range, yeah.
Well, it's hard not to watch your swing and then watch your hair go from like 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock as you finish the swing. You wear a straw hat often. Where did the straw hat come from, and what's the story behind why you're a straw hat guy?
Thrifting.
Thrifting.
I just like saw it. I was out and about. It was $2. I was like,
There's something to be said about the. This isn't really a. Try not to use like a negative term here because I'm not trying to be negative. There's something to be said about the tchotchke or like cliche, maybe some would think bad golf fashion pieces and flipping them into something cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
because I've been pretty well about that. Like that's
Yeah, you know
where
what I mean? Like,
pretty much had to
because-
like manifest some confidence. It's like, okay,
exactly.
if I can pull off
it's a
like this
swag
shirt,
thing. It's a swag
yeah.
thing because it's like the general consumer that buys that hat like doesn't have much fashion sense usually. Like when you
Right.
see that hat worn, but then you see it on someone who's like a little more hip, a little younger, a little better in shape, clearly has like a little thing going on, you know, like
Yeah.
like there's like a style that's being portrayed from your ensemble, and then you see that hat on, you're just like, whoa, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
You know,
Uh-huh.
like, and that's what I love about thrifting and vintage stuff is that I think it opens up your palette to like be more open-minded, to be like, fuck, I think I could pull that off.
Would be more
Whereas you'd
open
never
to
even
pale
know.
blues.
Yeah, and you'd never even know because where are you gonna fucking find that to begin with? And here you are wearing this awful stuff, but making it look cool. You know,
Yeah.
I love that kind of shit.
Yeah.
You know. That being said, the chrome tip belts from the 90s, that's probably where I draw the line.
Yeah.
Because you'll see those a lot with that hat, but you pull it off, you know?
Thanks.
What's more important to your look, the hair, the hat, or the sunglasses? All of them feed into the look. Actually, the sideburns do too. So rank them. Your Mount Rushmore, because there are 4. Sideburns, hair, sunglasses, straw hat.
Wow, very Canadian of you.
Yeah.
I would
Rank the best American presidents on a fucking rock for us.
Yeah. What's the most important thing to your look? The hair.
I'd probably say sunglasses.
Sunglasses over. I thought that would be 4th. What's 2nd?
Sunglasses. Probably the hat, because the hat keeps the hair in check.
All right. And then now you're left with burns and the hair. So
That's a combo deal.
Yeah,
You don't get
those
one
come
without the other.
together.
Because that there was a brief period, probably about like 4 or 5 years ago.
yeah.
I shaved off all my hair. I donated it. And I saw the sideburns, and I just looked like a lunatic.
Yeah.
For April Fools, a couple years ago, you decided to tell people you shaved your hair.
That's where that photo was from.
Caused a commotion.
Yeah, more DMs than I ever got.
Yeah,
That's
I
awesome.
sniffed it out though. I DM'd you and said, "Nice try."
This guy's a phony.
Yeah, he's a big phony. Nice try, professional. I do have something very exciting for everybody. Patrick, I'm talking to you. Audience, I'm talking to you. Ryan, I'm talking to you. Brofessional, I'm talking to you. For the first time in Fellowship history, we are going to debut a brand new game show.
Oh, God. Here we go.
And I cannot wait.
Oh, my God.
This game show is called Know Your Hat. Not the hat on your head, but America's hat, Canada. I will be the host. My contestant, to prove if he knows his hat or not, will be Ryan J. Engle. Are you ready to play Know Your Hat? I've got 10 questions about... I have 10 questions about Canada for you. If you get 5 of them right, if you get
5 right?
If you get 5 right, I will give you a cool, crisp $100 bill.
Does this go against or towards the $1 billion you owe?
It goes... we'll just put it in the pile, okay? Of the money that I owe you. Would you like to play Know Your Hat? $100 if you get 5 questions about Canada right.
Let me have it.
All right, here we go. Question number 1.
This is all for me.
All for you.
And he's the judge.
No, Professional's
I
just
probably don't even know this.
He's going. You will know these. Professional's just going to sit here and be delighted by how little we know about Canada. Okay. All right. Question number 1: how many provinces are in Canada?
5.
Incorrect. There are 10 provinces
10?
in Canada.
Oh, those ones up north don't count.
Those are
Yeah, those are
territories.
territories.
Yeah, you're right. They don't count.
Oh. There's fucking 10?
You are 0 for 1. There are 10 provinces in Canada.
Unbelievable. Name them.
Alberta, British Columbia, Manitoba, New Brunswick,
Manitoba?
Newfoundland, Nova Scotia, Ontario, Prince Edward Island,
I thought Nova Scotia was in the U.S.
Quebec, and Saskatchewan.
Saskatchewan. That sounds fun.
Yeah. All right.
It's not.
Question number 2. You were 0
If
for
you
1.
like Barbie,
Yeah.
forget about it.
Yeah.
You were 0 for 1. Question number 2. How many colors are in the Canadian flag?
2.
Ding, ding, ding. He is right, Patrick. You are 1 for 2, 4 more, and you win $100. Question number 3. What is the biggest city by population in Canada?
Toronto.
Folks, he's 2 for 3.
You even said it right. You
Did
didn't
he?
then say the other T.
How do you say Toronto?
Toronto.
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 So you don't say Toronto.
Yeah, that's how I know
Toronto.
you're foreigner.
Ah, okay, very good.
Oh yeah, just ripping out to Toronto.
Toronto.
You're 2 for 3.
I like my favorite Mexican food is in Toronto.
Question number 4. There are 32 teams in the National Hockey League. How many are located in Canada?
Oh, frick. I think I used to know this. 5.
You were wrong. There are 7 teams located in
7?
Canada. 7 teams.
How many of them are expansion teams?
I think.
How many were there originally?
Well, there were only 6
One,
originally,
yeah.
right? There were
Or
only
no, 2.
There were only 6 NHL
Yeah,
teams
original
originally.
for Toronto and Montreal.
Yeah. So there are the Calgary Flames, the Edmonton Oilers.
You gotta remember, my brain operates more like mid 80s, early 90s.
That's why I put that question in. All right.
Well, I was bound to lose that one.
Calgary Flames, Edmonton Oilers, Montreal Canadiens, Ottawa Senators, Toronto Maple Leafs, Vancouver Canucks, Winnipeg Jets. Question number 5. You were 2 for 4.
I would say 2 of those teams don't count.
What is Canada's national animal?
Ooh, I think it's something weird, isn't it?
Well, we're about to find out.
Fuck. Is it the squirrel?
You are so close. It's the beaver.
I knew it was something weird.
On the road.
I was gonna say I was gonna say this as a joke, but I was like, in my mind, I was like, it reminds me of a fucking wallaby.
Well,
You know?
you were close.
It's
Yes.
a beaver.
It's a beaver.
It should be the fucking moose. Let's be honest.
Probably.
That's
but
a pretty mighty animal.
yeah.
Moose are fucking scary.
Oh, absolutely. Like,
Those things are.
dude, you see one of those things? It's like 4 like chair legs, then like 1,500 pounds of meat.
Yeah.
Like, up above your head.
A moose
Yeah.
looks like a woolly mammoth raped a horse. Can I say that?
You just did. So what are we gonna do? All right.
I mean, those things are fucking huge.
You are 2 for 5.
That's not bad.
It's not bad. Question number 6. A Canadian dish made of French fries, cheese curds, and gravy is referred to as what?
Oh, fuck. I used to know this, too.
Patrick knows. Professional, you know, obviously.
Fish
We eat it
and,
every day for breakfast.
fish and fat?
No, poutine.
Poutine.
But then
Is that how you say it?
in
the
Quebec,
French?
yeah. But then
In Quebec.
yeah.
Poutine.
Oh, I forgot about the French connection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are 2 for 6, and we are moving on to question number 7. You need 3 of these last 4 answered correctly to win the $100. In 10 seconds or less, name 3 United States that touch Canada. Go.
Maine. Oregon. Oh, wait, no. What? North Dakota.
And you're out of time. I cannot believe you said Oregon. Oh, that is unbelievable, folks. This is going great.
10
All right.
seconds. That I probably deserve 20.
To name 3 states? That's-
Yeah.
I'm giving you 2 seconds to name anything that's basically on the top.
Yeah.
Dakota, Montana.
Go ahead, Patrick. Yell it out.
North Dakota, Montana, Idaho.
Montana touches it?
Yes. Yes, he's done it.
Illinois? That touches the lake, so that doesn't count.
Michigan.
Again, Patrick is correct if everyone can hear him. Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, New York, Pennsylvania, Ohio,
Vermont
Michigan,
touches it?
North Dakota, Montana, Idaho, Washington, and Alaska. 13 different states touch, and you said Oregon. I guess everything above California is practically Canada. So
Everything north of, or east of the 5 freeway to me is Mission Viejo. So,
yeah, all right. Well,
you know,
you're 2 for 7. You're going to need a picture-perfect game from this point out.
I'm that kind of a player.
Here we go.
Clutch.
Your back is against the wall. Justin Trudeau does what job in Canada?
Prime Minister.
Boom, baby.
And boy, does he do a poor job at
Take it easy.
I would have accepted not a damn thing.
I wasn't going to say something more colorful, but I pulled in the reins.
All right, very good. So you are now 3 for 8 with 2 questions left. And I have a feeling you're going to get at least one of these right. And this is the question I think you're going to nail. And if you don't, you're probably going to want us to edit it out. It will be embarrassing. In 2003, Tiger Woods put the green jacket on which Masters-winning Canadian golfer?
Mike Weir.
Very good.
Yeah.
Folks, this...
Still can't believe he won that tournament.
Okay, and while you're thinking about
No,
that...
it's nothing
I think
against
he's still
Canadians.
stunned about
I was just like, I think everybody was just like, what?
Who?
Yeah. But then when Zach Johnson did it too, it was like, wait, we haven't seen a trend here? You know? And
Is Zach
what
Johnson,
hap-
is Zach Johnson Canadian?
No. I'm saying like a little guy, short knocker.
Or Randy's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That being said, Mike Weir seems like a great dude,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
But man, he really didn't do much after that.
Correct. This is your final question. You are 4 for 9. This is not staged, but this is perfect. You answer this correctly, it's $100. You get it wrong, it's absolutely nothing. 4 for 9, question number 10. You need 5 right for the $100.
If I get this $100, I'm going to donate it to the Golf Brofessional 30 years on this planet fund.
Oh, I like it. Very good. So this is
It's a
your
very
money.
for-profit.
Yeah. This is birthday money for you if he gets it. And I'm not making it up. It's written like this. I'll show it to you afterwards. You're going to be so mad that this is your final question. You might walk off. Who is the greatest Canadian of all time?
Mo Norman.
Incorrect. The correct answer is Keanu Reeves. Folks, he's 4 for 10. No money. He got it wrong. Keanu Reeves, greatest Canadian of all time. Look it up.
I would have accepted
That is
Gary.
bullshit.
Here we go. Here we go. You should have got one more right before that, and you wouldn't have been subjected to the subjective answer, which
How
is...
does
Greatest,
Keanu...
maybe, nicest, sure.
So you agree that he's the greatest?
He's up there.
Keanu Reeves. The Canadian is
He's
the
up there.
greatest.
I wouldn't name him like the best, but like,
Well, I just did.
No.
And my prep, my game. You came very close. 4 for 10. Valiant effort.
Keanu Reeves.
Oregon bordering Canada cost you $100.
Well, it still wasn't enough time. I had to think, you know?
Yeah, anyway, so thank you for playing the game. That was Know Your Hat, and Ryan Engle kind of knows his hat.
I would like to say that I did okay.
I think you did
pretty
too.
good.
As a Canadian, what questions do you think that he definitely should have gotten correct that he didn't? Was it...
I feel like he was spot on for Mo Norman.
Oh, okay. Wow.
The guy was like a golf savant.
Well, thank God you're not a judge and you're just a guest.
Mo Norman, from a cult golf
Pipeline Mo?
perspective, I mean, dude, that guy.
Give the guys respect.
Tiger Woods says he's the best butt striker he's ever seen.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Tigers. Well, that'll be dated if I say it now because the PGA Championship's happening now, but we don't know how it's going to turn out.
Did we make the bet of him missing the cut, or did you not take that bet?
I did not take that bet, but it's going to be funny when we watch this because this will air afterwards. Anyway, I asked you to prepare some of your favorite American stereotypes. We have had a lot of fun.
I love this.
We have had a lot of
I
fun
love
at
this.
Canada's expense today, but I love it. I think you can tell it comes from a place of love.
Are we playing Know Your Pants, where it's like the Canadian?
I think Mexico's the pants. We're the shirt.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Touche.
yeah, thank you. As George W. Bush, 43, would say, touche. What are your favorite American stereotypes?
Well, I'm not like this is borderline. Like this could be a fact because like you go out, you're like, say you're at a Walmart. There's a staggering statistic that 1/3 of every American weighs as much as the other two.
I liked that.
Wow, I'm on my way to being part of that statistic.
Yeah.
So I'm partially alarmed and partially amused.
And like I'm joking, but yeah, you like go around. It's like, this guy just sucking corn syrup for breakfast. Like,
Yeah, the answer
People
would
aren't
be yes.
afraid here. You know
my
what I mean?
freedoms.
You take the afraid out,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden, food starts tasting real good. You know?
Also, if you take the greens and the vegetables out too.
Who needs them?
Besides the fear. Any other American stereotypes besides us being fat people at Walmart?
I thought that was all your culture.
Well, all right. I mean, that's
Well,
fair.
there's a joke. There's what's the difference between America and a tin of yogurt?
Let's say that very clear for the microphones. What's the difference between
Like a tin of yogurt and America.
what?
You leave a tin of yogurt alone for 200 years, it develops a culture.
Oh shit! What's Canadian culture? Ice fishing and hockey?
America. It's basically America light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all the America taste, none of the calories.
Yeah.
That's true. You
That's
guys
true.
are lean, mean, and full of poutine. When do you head back?
When do I head back? Are you trying to kick me off?
No.
Happy birthday, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm here till the 31st.
The 31st.
Yep.
Wonderful.
Still got the calamari invitational to look forward to.
Wow, we didn't get an invite to that.
Maybe I should have said that.
I don't think.
No, it's fine.
No.
Say it. No, we did not. We
I
were
don't
not.
think. I don't think that is the thing. I think it's like anyone's invited, right?
No, it's extremely exclusive. We did not get the calamari invitational invite. He did say that if people didn't start registering, he would go to Tier B. And I was curious if we might be on Tier B. Maybe he went to Tier B and we're not on Tier B either. I started kind of realizing as I'm watching on Instagram as people continue to like unbox different shit and just like make all that ASMR and toss their stuff around and go, check out my homies, unboxing this and that and collab with this, look at me, I got this and that. I realized Nation Golf is not on the inside circle of cool people. We're not on that influencer circle. Have you noticed that?
Well, that's fine.
That's good though.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not complaining at all.
Yeah.
Would you want me on the other end? Say, hey, yeah, use code BRO, save 20%. Like,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you guys would request the shirts back.
When an item makes its way around the influencer world, I've always noticed like our mailbox is empty, and I'm not complaining.
Well, we got Cole to send us the fucking putter and the Scotty Cameron divot tool ripoff.
Yeah.
I texted him and I said,
Yeah.
"Hey, I'll post about this when all your dumb friends are done next week."
So
He just laughed.
Yeah. So we love Cole Young Metalwood
I'm
Studio.
sitting on it.
Yeah.
I'm sitting on it.
We love Cole Young Metalwood Studio. He sent us the putter grip and the divot tool that he had sent everyone. And if we had posted it when we got it, we would have been one of like 1,000 people. So I love that you sent him the message that says when everyone else is done, jerking off to this. Sorry, Dad. Jerking off to this putter grip. We'll post it ourselves. And maybe we'll do it right. We'll do it the way everyone else does it. You pull it out, you kind of crinkle it a bit to make some noise, and then you throw it off to the side. And then you say, "My homie Cole Young with the hot fire." We could do something like that.
Yeah, that would be real. That would
Couple
get
hundred emojis. I think.
Yeah, a couple hundred emojis.
that would get hella likes.
Hella likes. A lot of reshares.
Yeah.
We got to figure out how to like better integrate ourselves into this whole like influencer.
Hey, just remember, influencers were never created sitting down.
Right, a legacy was never created sitting down. I believe they put that into a green at the Hype Golf event, which is funny because Mozart created a legacy sitting down, and so did a lot of other people. But we also didn't get invited to that, and we didn't get invited to the Malbon thing the year before. What are we doing wrong?
I think we're doing something right.
Yeah, you guys are staying in your lane. You're doing your cool thing the way you guys want to do it.
Yeah.
And like that's why I like respect like so much about like this brand. It's just like I like the hell like whatever is like going on. It's like we're sticking with like shit that's like classic, like that'll stand the test of time. Like it's not just gonna get like a 5-second reshare. And
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. That means a lot. Authenticity means a lot to us around here. And we're just having fun. Everybody do their own thing, have a good time. We're just laughing at the fact that those invites never find the way to our mailbox, but whatever.
People really have a fucking tough time dealing with guys who tuck in their shirt these days.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, they're stuffy. And it's like, I could drink you under the fucking table, dude. Children.
And I've been there. He normally does his drinking under the table of other people right before he has to operate a motor vehicle.
Hey, boys, you miss me?
is that why I like the fairway lounge?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Just walk up in the bunker. It's like, oh shit, I got to work.
Take stress out of the equation. That's all I'm saying.
Your favorite part about golf, as we're wrapping this up?
Favorite part about golf?
Yeah. If you had to name one thing, what's your favorite part about it?
I don't know, it's just like one of those like I don't know. To me, it's like kind of like a journey of like self-discovery. It's like you find out a bit about yourself. Like it's like, oh, like why am I getting mad about this? Like it's only game.
Yeah.
Like you should be like having fun. Like and probably like the biggest thing is just like the connections
Yeah.
like I made, and that like everyone else makes too. Because yeah, there was like the one day where I originally got the invite to play the tournament. I actually had like an interview for like some headhunting company or whatever, like recruiters, and it was like one of those bullshit like 2-hour like let's see if you're a good fit type interviews. Like, dude, you could have just like texted me, just like don't waste your time.
Yeah.
It's like so it was like after that, it was like almost like a kick in the bum where it's like okay, like I got the text, I didn't get the job, and then I got the invite. So it's like maybe I'm on like the right page here.
Right.
It's like I'm like in the lane, like I'm still like meeting a lot of like really like great people,
Yeah.
like having a lot of fun, just seeing where it goes.
As we wrap it up, any big plans tonight for your big 30? By the way, that's a big birthday.
Yeah.
And the fact you spend it with us means a lot to us. What are you doing tonight?
Nothing really planned. I think Chanya and I might go out for a quick round.
Yeah.
Like after work.
Maybe.
Go right back to Carlsbad.
Maybe.
He's done at work, and I might just go play is it Rancho Carlsbad or something like that.
Sure. Maybe go out for a rip.
Going for a rip, bud.
Hey, it's been such a pleasure. Let's top off our glasses. Although I topped you off pretty darn
Why don't
good.
you top yourself off,
Yeah.
Hawk?
Well, can we, before we actually cheers, let's get your honest review, Ryan, on the Canadian Club.
Honestly, this is not bad at all.
Palatable.
It's totally.
Yeah.
This is 110% drinkable.
I was gunning for the rye one.
Yeah.
They have a blend of like of Canada, but like even this was like hard to come by. It only came in like Mickey's.
What's your go-to drink up like at home?
Like I'm just like going out to a bar, rye and ginger ale.
Take a wide shot of this, Patrick. This is why you gotta love this bottle.
Idiot proof.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
You stumble around the trailer park, you fucking drop your
Yeah.
handle. Like,
Yeah, exactly. Just
Just
nice
nice that
out
over.
there. Nice and tight.
Just tie a noose around that and drag it behind your moose, eh?
All right. Cheers, boys. Cheers to the
Happy
fellowship.
birthday,
Cheers to
brother.
the golf professional. Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Thank you, Patrick.
Yeah.